comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Patent pockets. We take the dollar, dollar. Can a damn soul stay?
Hello YouTube, my name is Brooklyn, and you all know my dad, Rob, from Kentucky's Constrictors. Today we have another exciting video for you, and it's about some of our animals. Also, my daddy is going to talk about some of his current and future plans for breeding.
So, like she said, my current and future plans for breeding. You're being silly. Okay. Right now, y'all know I have a clutch. It's a het pied to a het pied, possible het pied. And I'm on day 57 right now. I guess, well, the time of day it being, it's day 58. And they still haven't pipped, so I actually checked on them. I candled them. Veins still look good. There was movement inside, and the eggs came apart really easy, meaning that the shells the eating feel is different, you know, from if you've ever held a ball python egg. There's a difference between the day it was laid and the day that it hatched. So it feels like papery feeling, you know what I'm saying? Real brittle. It's to that point. So I know it's any day now, and I'm like, God, I can't wait. But next few days I'm gonna be rather busy. So I'm hoping that today will be the day they pip. So that way I can check on them, make sure that they're good. But I guess I really don't have to do anything to them until they're actually out of the egg and moving around in their box. Then I'll need to wait on them to shed. That way I can get them set up in their own box. I've already got that rack going, and it's doing well. So everything's holding steady. No temps are right on 90 degrees hot spot and 85 ambient with an 82 cool spot. It's pretty good to get that in a shoebox. So anyway, I have a little hatchling rack I built out of some melamine that I had from an old rack. I took the good pieces off of it, made it, and I'm using 4-inch flex watt with a Vivarium Electronics thermostat hooked to it. And I did use ReptiChip, and I'm a big fan of ReptiChip, don't get me wrong, but I recently had to use paper towels due to a couple snakes I had mites, and to do their treatment you have, of course, you know, had to deal with paper towels. And like I said, I'm a big fan of ReptiChip, but I switched to paper towels. I mean, just because, I mean, it's so much easier to clean up. They stay a lot cleaner, because when you're spot cleaning with ReptiChip, you just literally see the poop, and you will pick the poop up and a little bit around it. But oh my God, these snakes, I mean, they can fill their tub up, especially when they get adult size. And to me, it's just better. Works for me. Using the paper towels, they stay healthier, they stay cleaner. I mean, don't get me wrong, ReptiChip is awesome. I love it. I use it on my corn snakes. So anyway, both of those snakes that I paired for that clutch, the mother's doing great. She's back on food, eating like a champ, gaining weight. I mean, she laid that clutch back April 18th, I think, and she's already gained like 200 grams back. So I mean, she's right at 1,900 grams. I mean, she did weigh right at 2,700, so But anyway, the father, I don't know what his deal is. He just is not eating. He hasn't eaten in like a month. I'm guessing that I mean, he's not losing weight or anything. He's still active. But I guess he's wanting to breed. So, let me touch base with you on something. I don't have mites. I had a couple snakes I got from a guy that had mites. And I didn't think nothing about it. I trusted the guy with everything I have. I mean, he's a good friend of mine. I used to work with him. And we built a rack, and I put all my snakes in that rack. So I had a boa that I bought off of him that ended up having mites as well. I had a boa that had mites and a pastel that had mites. Only two ones I saw mites on. So here I am treating 19 snakes for mites. Just because if you're going to treat for mites, you need to treat everything you own. And what I do, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to explain that. I may do a video on how to treat for mites later. But if you want to know how I did it, I did it. If you've ever watched any snakes and any snake videos, like Brian Cusco over at Triple B, that game plan that he had and the style he has for treating mites with the reptile spray and the prevenamite is exactly what I did. Step by step, what I did. So anyway, I did that 3 times. One week apart on a Tuesday, every Tuesday for 3 weeks. And week number 1, the mites were gone. I did not see any on week 2. I did not see any on week 3. I had just, I mean, literally, I went through, cleaned the whole rack. It took me 14 hours each time I did it. And I literally, I mean, I've dealt with mites before. Not snake mites. I had mites show up in my rat colony, in my rat rack, where I'd bought some bedding at Tractor Supply. And I didn't freeze it up beforehand. And next thing you know is they were mites all over my rats. And my little girl had some bites on her. She has a couple of pet rats that are my breeders. So she had bites on her hands and stuff, and they were itching her, and that's how I noticed that they had mites, other than seeing them after, you know, thinking to check. If you ever deal with snake mites, diatomaceous earth is the way to go with that. Just dust their bedding, lay a little trail around the rack above their tub, and you will not have any mites, I guarantee it. Screw the mite spray. Don't put any poisons like ivermectin or anything like that on your rats. So just do the diatomaceous earth. It works, I promise. Anyway, stay tuned and I'll show you some awesome snakes.
Hello YouTube, I'm Brooklyn, the daughter of Rob, and your friends from KY Constrictors. Today we have an exciting video for you today. Not Dan, just snakes.
Not Dan, just snakes.
Not
Tell the people what you got there.
I got a snake.
Well, we know that. What kind of snake do you have?
Albino. Ball python.
Yes. And what's your name?
Brooklyn.
Her name's Brooklyn.
Oh, no.
That's your name,
I
honey.
messed up. I messed up. Can you delete it?
Can I delete it? No, this is going to be the opening video. Yes, it is. Hey guys, it is Rob from KY Constrictors. That was a little fun with my little girl there. I mean, that is funny. I mean, she's only 7 years old, so I gotta give her props for having the bravery. I love her to death. God bless her heart. Takes like 10 takes, but yeah, this is Honey. She is an albino ball python, and she is a lovely girl. I love her. I mean, and this guy's, oh, it's okay, bud. I was going to say he was going to crawl out into my hand because he does it all the time, but I guess I spooked him. This is Mojo. He is a chocolate jigsaw, or otherwise a death by chocolate. One of my favorite guys, man. And he is one that I'm going to put with my lesser or butter. I like lesser. That's what I've always called them. Butter just seems too plain to me. Lesser, because it's a lesser of a color. I don't know. It's really where they get their name from, you know, because their colors are lesser than normal type, you know, basically. But anyway, the one thing that I do not like about him is this right here. Look at his stripe down his back. Beautiful stripe. And then right here, it goes right into that alien head, and I'm like, man, crazy. But man, just look at that pattern. He's an amazing boy too. One of my most docile snakes. Like literally. He loves the adventure. Hopefully one day he can produce some bells for me. Looking actually in the market for a couple more lesser females, or I could use a Mojave or a lesser male and a Mojave female. What I'd really like to do is get me a GHI Mojave female. Who doesn't want a GHI Mojave? I mean, they're badass snakes. So pretty. But if you're like me and you work for a living, you have kids, you have to take care of your animals that you got before you get more. And to me, it may be easier to produce the ones that I want. Like, for instance, maybe buy the GHI and breed it to a Mojave. So, it's him right there. He's awesome. And probably one of my favorite snakes that I recently purchased in the last year. I bought him, and this right here is going to be one of his girlfriends. Hopefully, she's such a baby doll too. This snake right here is the same age as the one I just showed you. I mean, you can just see the size difference. Put that out of the way here. You never can get them to go the same way, but I mean, you can see right there. These snakes were hatched within a week of one another, and I bought them from a friend of mine in Georgia named William Ott. Well, they're actually not that far from one another. I guess it's just Kiwi, she's a lesser red gene, and she is just solid, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I mean, back. You don't like being out, do you? You like being out, you just don't like being out in that tub. Anyway, Kiwi is a lesser red gene. I mean, for a lesser, you can see some that the patterns are all muddled up. She just has a beautiful pattern. Anyway, this is Kiwi. She is a lesser red gene, possible red gene. to be honest with you, I don't have any plans to do anything with the Red Jean anytime soon. But right now, I think it would benefit me more if she was just a plain lesser. But she really does look like she has Red Jean in her, just because, you know, they're part of the blackhead family, and it's not funny, Lex. I'm not saying blackhead like you pop on someone's face or something, but it really is a type of ball python, a blackhead. And she has some of the resemblances, I used to think. The more I have her out, and she just shed yesterday, by the way, so she is like super bright. I know the camera probably ain't picking a lot of that up, but just focus on her head there. It is lightening up so much. I mean, just crazy. I could show you a picture, and if I can get it to upload in this video, I will. Of when she was a hatchling. It was like so dark brown. That may have been why he thought it was possible Red Jean. I mean, I'm guessing, you know, he did have it bred. It's in there somewhere. So, anyway, this is Kiwi. She's a lovely girl. Hopefully one day her and Mojo there can make me some bells. And I do have, I bought her another boyfriend yesterday too. And that was the snake that I had everybody guessing the morphs. And I'm not sure who mentioned it. So many people that I've had subscribed to me lately, but I want to say Sergio maybe, or Jay's Balls may have tried to guess the morph, and they got pretty close. But he is a sterling Mojave. I would have him out, but I just put him up yesterday, and I'm a firm believer of definitely letting your snake settle before you start handling or attempt to feed them.
Also,
and he's a deep blue, so it's like a benefit for me, because actually when I bought these little guys here and gal, I let them do their, you know, probation period, where I call it my probation period, because I'm not allowed to touch them. I make myself not touch them. But where I let them just settle in. And then the day that I wanted to feed them, I'll open up their cage, and there they both are, deep in shed. So I'm like, man, it was like almost 3 weeks before I even attempted to hold my snakes. You know, she used to be a feisty one too. But anyway, it just amazes me how just a little bit of handling each week, not too much. You handle them too much and you can have some issues. You stress them out, they'll go off feed, whatnot. But, you know, once, twice a week, 20, 30 minutes at a time, make sure you end on a positive, and you will see the aggression come out of them, I promise you. Like I said, you'll have that one snake, and I have one back there right now, who is just a beast. You'd think she was a Sumatran blood, you know, just a short tail or something, you know. The guy would probably kill me if he knew that I called it a short tail, but thing's Dan Maggiano. He's a friend of mine on Facebook, and he messes with blood pythons and short tails, and he'll about laugh at you for handling ball python. He messes with. He's into the olive snakes right now, and you can see him. If you like olive snakes, I mean, he's the guy to go to. I mean, I check out his videos all the time, where he posts in like Simply Snakes. It's a group on Facebook. He posted in Positive Pythons, a group by Brian Cusco. So check him out. And everybody, we do have a couple more animals I was wanting to show you. We'll start with Brooke's animal here. What do you have there, Brooke?
A sand boa.
That's right. And what's her name?
Sandy.
You care to show everybody what she looks like? And for all you sand boa fans, you all know she's aneuphoristic, meaning she is lacking, I believe, the yellow pigment or red pigment, some kind of pigment. I'm not really sure on what that means. So if anybody down below can comment and help me out on that, please let me know. Anyway, she's a pretty girl. I do like her a whole lot. You like her, Brooke?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She's like a worm.
Yeah. And who else in our family will hold her but won't hold any of my other snakes?
Mom will hold her.
Yeah, Mom hold her. Yeah, that's right. It's the only snake other than Lucifer, my corn snake. I'll get him out here in a minute too. But she'll hold her and him because they're little. And Lexi, what do you got? Oh my goodness.
A crested gecko.
What kind of crested gecko is that?
Harley Quinn gecko.
And what's her name?
Harley
Harley what?
Quinn.
And why is that?
Because they thought it'd be quite quirky.
Corky?
I don't know.
What is corky? Oh my goodness.
Quirky. It'd be funny.
Anyway, she is an awesome girl. She is so cool. Still got her tail. Anybody that keeps crested geckos knows that some of them will just lose their tail for no reason. Well, not no reason. I'm sure it's due to stress, but
Some have tails, some
she is a
don't.
proven breeder that I got from a buddy of mine. And I just love, man, just look at those eyes. She's actually really pretty. And look at that tongue going. I mean, it's awesome. Kind of looks like a bullfrog. Sorry about the light there. It about blinded you. But these are a couple more of my animals. Hold on, I'll get my corn snake out. But before I get her back out, or get Lucifer out, crested geckos, you know, they'll eat crickets, dubia roaches. I think they can eat mealworms. I'm not a big fan on mealworms because of their I forget what it's called, but it's their shell. I think like Criton or I don't know what it's called. But anyway, she will not eat any bugs. Will not. I mean, I've tried. I breed dubious for my beardy, and I've offered, you know, little bitty baby ones and some, you know, about a half inch. You know, anything the size of their gap between their eyes they can eat. But she will not eat it, so I have to give her this. And this is not a sponsorship, but this is the only thing that she will eat. So I got a meal replacement, that powder. And I thought this was the insect kind, but maybe that was because I was thinking about buying it. But anyway, I mean, she does great on it, loves it to death. And I've tried, you know, the stuff you buy at PetSmart, you know, crested gecko food. Just won't eat it. But with Sandy here, like I said, she is a Kenyan sand boa. I mean, just look at her. Ain't she? Let me focus here. Ain't she so cute? Get them little bitty eyes, man.
I know what she looks like.
Why you talk like that?
I know what she looks like.
Anyway, she eats, well, not really pinky mice, but she just jumped on me. It scared me a little bit because I wasn't expecting it. But she'll eat like a week-old pinky, I guess what you say. The bigger side of the pinkies. Nothing, no bigger around than what she is. And I may end up having to upgrade her to a fuzzy because she's been eating 2 pinkies. And man, I tell you right now, she has just grown like twice the size she was when I first got her, which wasn't very long ago. I only got her a couple months ago. She was part of the deal. I bought 11 snakes off of a guy and a rat. and I'm not going to say how much
What are you
because
doing?
it was a freaking steal. I'm not going to lie because I got some good snakes out of that. This right here alone is a $200 snake. And let's put it this way. I'll tell you right now what I give for. And TGH, you'll appreciate this because I don't pay full price for nothing either. I get $25 for this snake. Came with its enclosure, which I changed. You know, just because I had to move her thermostat, and so right now she doesn't have a heating pad. This is just until tomorrow. Is the only reason I have a light in there. But the light is set up on a dimmer right here, which her temps, I've been monitoring them very closely. It's 92 and 81. That's perfect for a Kenyan Sambo. Here, let's put her back. Can you move the screen lid for me? One more look at her. I mean, she's just awesome. Awesome snake. We'll put her back.
Oh, she wants us to
If she doesn't try to hook on to the tank. There. We'll put her back in. I mean, she loves, as soon as I put her down, watch her, she'll just burrow. You gotta love its bedding too. I mean, it's Repti chips, not to be confused with the coconut substrate Repti chip, but that's what I use for my Kenyan. And if I get another Kenyan, that's probably what I use. I've been wanting to try that walnut bedding, but can't find it nowhere around here. So maybe able to look up when I go to the expo Saturday, but that's weird, man. She always burrows like right away. Maybe she just feels like soaking up the sun, literally. Anyway, hold on. I told you I'd get my corn snake out, but I will go get him right now. And like I said, I was going to get my corn snake. And this is him. His name's Lucifer. I actually bought him. Here, let me have him. Just for a minute. I bought him the same time that I bought my spider, Zeus, back there. I showed him to you earlier. But he is just, oh my God. I got him as a neonate. And if I said that right. If I didn't, correct me in the comments. How about that? Anyway, he is a blood red, or what you call a diffused corn snake. And if you've ever seen adult blood red corn snakes, a lot of them will lose their patterning. But he is really keeping his bands. And he's really got some yellow in his...
And he's large.
That shows up on camera, but...
He's long.
I mean, he is really red. I mean, he's not this yellow as it looks like he does on camera. But
look how long he is.
But yeah, let's stretch him out there. I mean, literally, he was as long as my hand when I bought him. So, that being said, that shows you how much a corn snake can grow in, let's see, almost a year. I think he was born in September. I bought him from a girl at the local expo here in Lexington, or not here in Lexington, but in Lexington, Kentucky. And I don't remember her name. I know her if I say her, but she's not a big time breeder. I mean, she really just does the corn snakes as a hobby. But I mean, she is a nice lady, and she did have some beautiful snakes. So I figured, why not? I'll help her out. She's just starting. And probably the best thing ever done, because I never even thought about having a corn snake. But if anybody doesn't have a corn snake, I suggest you get one, because they're just awesome. And they are active. They're very active snakes. They will not sit still. The only time they'll really sit still is when they're literally like trying to soak up heat. But anyway, one thing I'd like to focus on, if he'll focus for me, is that head stamp. Look at the gray. Quit. Look at the gray on that. You know. So that's it. that's all I got for today. But it was a fun video. Probably the best time I've had making a video so far. I love hanging out with my girls and my snakes. They do too. They like my snakes just as much as I do. But that's what it's about, you know. These little kids out here, yeah, you gotta supervise them, don't get me wrong, but you also gotta teach them, you know, be your own. If they like snakes, you know, educate them. Even if they don't like snakes, they probably don't know nothing about them. Educate them. I'm telling you, guys like me and you, people who breed snakes, we depend on them because they're the future. If there ain't no kids out there liking snakes, they're not going to grow up to buy any snakes. So, come on, guys. Let's educate. If anything, you know, educate them in anything. You know, they are our future. Point blank. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up down below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You might as well slap the hell out of that notification bell, because it does you no good to subscribe if you ain't ringing the bell. Anyway, until next time, KY Constrictors is out.